Hi traders, hope you're all keeping well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is the 18th of October 2025 and it is good morning here in the UK. Hope you're all keeping well. Today I'm here to show you how I trade using supply and demand zones. Um, so I do not trade supply and demand zones on their own because there are so many supply and demand zones on your charts. So what I do is I trade supply and demand zones together with um, my personal strategy, which is to look for where the market has shown um, signs of consolidations. All right. So if you look at your chart, you see where market came down and bounced, uh, break the level, reject, came back, retested that level, and then continue shooting up or down. So those are the areas that I look for on my charts, and I map them out, and I wait for minimum three touches of that level before I start paying any interest um, on that particular instrument. Excuse me. So this is the Aussie US dollars on the daily time frame. So what happened right here? So I like to zoom the chart so everyone sees it. Um, so this area was an area of interest to me, and the reason is because we pushed up, yeah, and then this was the first uh, price right here when market came up to this price. Then we had this um 5 days, 6 days of market um coming down. All right. So this is the daily time frame. And then we went back again and then rejected the level and the market came down again. We went back the third time and then we also rejected the level and then we dropped down. So if you were looking at um, this Aussie US dollars on the daily time frame, and you've seen that first bounce, second bounce. Let's say, for example, you didn't see the first one, but you saw the second one. You wanted a confirmation. Then after this rejection here with this pin bar, this bearish pin bar right here, yeah, then I am sure you will go short right there, yeah. And when you go short, your aim will be these lows, yeah, those are going to be your take profits, yeah. And your stop loss will be this high right there, yeah. That will be your stop loss, yeah, above the high of the pin bar, yeah, right there. That will be your stop loss. Okay. So what they tend to do is the big players will give you this sign, yeah, this candlesticks, yeah, that they tell us if you see a pin bar, a bearish pin bar, for example, this was a very good bearish pin bar. It is a signal to go short, yeah, and then you've gone short. Yeah, the first day you were happy because you had this nice bearish engulfing candle. You're so excited, yeah. Like I said, your take profit will be all these lows right here, all right. um Obviously you want 2 to 1, 3 to 1, but I mean if you're 1 to 1 trader, obviously you got to take profit. Definitely got your take profit somewhere around there. But if you're aiming for 2 to 1, 3 to 1, I'm afraid you didn't get your profit, because this is what they do. They will entice you in. They know where your take profits are, yeah, and then they will keep making you feel that it's going your way, and um then they'll come back, yeah, to take you out, yeah. So all this here was a stop up, a stop hunt for those that have gone short. All right. So that's the first signature that they showed us. All right. Um, and then remember I said, if you've seen my previous video, I always say, because this is what happens all the time. When they break out to the opposite side, they break out with nice bullish engulfing candles like this one right here. Okay. So when you've seen this bullish engulfing candle at the close of the day, yeah, you'll be excited that yes, I'm gonna go long, and then I'm gonna put my stop loss below the level. All right. So you're gonna aim to put your stop below this level or even below this candlesticks right here. Yeah. Okay. So you've gone long. If you're waiting for confirmation of a break above the high, you got that candle there that broke the high. So you would have gone long. And then your stop will be below here. Yeah, the stops are all going to be below here. What happened was, as you can see, they came down and took, sorry, I've got this cold. So they came down and made sure that your stops, if you put your stop below there, they make sure that they came and took you out. Yeah. So once they've accomplished the sellers and the buyers, that's when they will now move the market to the upside. Okay. So this is now when myself will start looking for opportunities to take a trade. All right. So they came back down, the level held, we bounced back up. Yeah. And then it came back again, the level held, we bounced back up. So who are these people that are trading here? The supply and demand traders, the support and resistance traders. So all the trades are being taken off this level. Okay. So this first bounce to the upside, if that did not catch your eye, this second one here, and you see big bullish candles going up, engulfing candles, four big candles in a row going up. Yeah. And then what happened? We broke above this double top right there. We broke above this double top right here and closed. Yeah. So this is where breakout traders will be going long, because this candle here, I always say, I repeat myself again, when you break levels, you break with engulfing candles. So this engulfing candle would then induce buyers to come into the market, and they did, because can you see the market rallied up? If you were waiting for confirmation to see a break above the closed candle high, you got that there. So people get into the market, go high, go long rather. Their stops are all going to be below this low here. If you have a big account, because this is a daily time frame, so depending on how big your account is, your stops will be below these lows, those lows, and this low. Yeah, they came back aggressively to take them out. All right, to take them out. Okay, so in the meantime, I am looking for a demand zone or a supply zone that I can see that could be a possible area for the buyers, for the banks, or the as well well, whoever moves the market. I'm waiting to see a demand zone or a supply zone. Yeah. But for this particular chart, I'm only interested in looking for a demand area, because I can see the signature, I can see the sign that they want to shoot up, they want to go up. Yeah. One thing you need to understand as a trader is You cannot go long at the same time with the bank. They need liquidity. They need to show you the wrong side of the market for you to get in. They'll trap you in, and then they will come back, take your stops, and then move the market the way they want to move it. Okay, so we do not have that money to move the market. So we need to learn how to read the charts. Yeah, and that is what I'm showing you today. Okay, so they came, took them out. Yeah, took them out, and then we did what? We broke back up again. Yeah, we broke back up again. Then we got so sorry. First of all, when we came down to take them out, can you see how we came down with big engulfing bearish candles? Yeah, this would then induce more sellers into the market. Yeah, they will come in. Stops are going to be above that high there, above this high here. Yeah, I'm afraid this is why it is hard for you to make, for us to make money trading. So you have to understand what is going on. All right. So we broke back up, and then buyers came into the market. They came down again, stopped them out, and then eventually we had this big rally up. We retested the level, and then we went up. Yeah, this up move here was to take out the stops. If you have a stop above here, if you've gone short here, and you still have any stops above here, you know, you've been creamed. Yeah, you've been taken out. Okay, so in the meantime, I'm still waiting for a demand zone to go long because I want to go long. So we came down, didn't quite get to the retest of the level. We went back up again, and then we broke down the level with another aggressive engulfing bearish candle to get people to go short. All right. So what I did was I dropped down to 4-hour time frame, the lower time frame, just to see if I can spot a demand zone. All right, and I did. Yesterday, Friday, the 17th. Yeah. So this was the demand zone that I spotted. Yeah. So we dropped on the 4-hour. We had this drop base rally to the upside. Yeah. Rally to the upside. Okay. So this was a supply zone. Yeah. Not a good supply zone. So this zone here was responsible for the push down. All right. So this zone is now inactive. All right. So this zone has been taken out. Okay. So we came down to this demand zone here, drop base rally. So like I said, I was only interested in the demand area to go long. Yeah. So when this happened on a Friday, yesterday morning, yeah, I took long right there. Yeah, and my stop just below the demand zone. Well, yeah, so I'm still in this trade. So what happened, what I did on Friday, just before the market closed, was I've moved my stop to break even, just in case, just in case. So my stop break even, um, and then I'm aiming 3 to 1. Yeah, so this is 3 to 1. The nearest supply zone is right there. So I need to be out just before. There could be a possible reaction here, yeah, of this supply zone. So yeah, so this is how I trade the forex market using supply and demand areas. So I watch, I wait for all the stops to be triggered. Yeah, I can see where the stops are. I've learned to read the chart to understand how the market is manipulated. Okay, the market is manipulated. So you know, I just showed you how this works, how they do it. So the charts are quite different. So every chart has a different template signatures. So you just have to read the charts. Go through my videos. There are different types of manipulations that the same concept, but different. You know, the charts are different. The way they do it is quite different from such as chart, but each chart is different. That's what I mean. So yeah, still in the trade. So hopefully it will work out, but I'm risk free. Gone break even. So if I wanted to take the trade, I could have, because I made 1 to 1, so above 1 to 1, to be fair. But I decided to leave the trade, um, and see. Hopefully, it will rally up to the take profit. All right. So this is how I trade using supply and demand. If you have any questions or you want to learn more, um, how these zones or these areas are spotted, stay tuned and watch the rest of the videos that I've uploaded, and the ones that I will still upload. All right. Okay. Take care now. And yeah, any questions, drop a comment. Take care. God bless.